Girls Strong. It is a nonprofit dedicated to empowering girls from age 6 all the way to 18 to build their life skills, mindset, and positive habits so that they can conquer the world and that you can live limitless lives.
I feel like I'm not like alone in like the way I feel, and like I didn't really feel like that before like the sessions. Knowing that everyone else in my class like feels like basically the same way is like really nice, I guess. It kind of like hurts to like feel this way about ourselves when like I see like the beauty in like everyone in this class. I just like wish that they didn't feel like that because it's not a good feeling.
I realized like, especially with the social media thing, no one's actually perfect, and especially in their lives. Everyone shows like a good photo, like the perfect life as like an influencer. Behind the scenes, it's not always like that. So I learned that it's like no one's life is actually that perfect, which makes my life a little better.
I think I've seen a lot of things represented in the sessions that I see in myself that I haven't really noticed before. But I also see that a lot of people have also learned things about themselves.
Power Within program is very important for students, especially in these formative years where they're being bombarded by a lot of media that's coming towards them, and they're very like, it's in their formative brain years. So they're like taking a lot in and they're like feeling big feelings about it. And it's really important that we like guide them in the right direction. It's a big year for them in terms of like the movement of their friendships and forming relationships, especially romantic relationships. So it's a good time for them to like be faced with a lot of that messaging.
When we look in the mirror, instead of picking on something you don't like, why not look in the mirror and be able to see something beautiful about yourself? Girls and women that post on social media alter their images using a filter. A standard of beauty that's unrealistic. So that constant comparison of yourself can really mess with your head. Thank you so much for believing in our program and bringing your amazing girls week after week to be with us. I know in talking with Sonia, Fatima, and seeing all of them grow over the past 6 weeks, it's really been such an honor and pleasure to have them here.
I definitely think it's a very big issue in today's society with our social media. Just kids having pressures, outside pressures, pressures within ourselves to try to portray a certain image, and not understanding that it's okay just to be them and not have to conform to society's pressures, to certain ordeals, or to social media apps that, distort our views of ourselves.
I mean, there's so much pressure put on these teenagers at this crucial age of growing and developing and just learning more about themselves. So I think something like this just helps to reconnect and just kind of self-reflect and, know it's okay to be different and to be you and to love yourself and to live for you and not for someone else.
And I think along with that is the social media. Different apps, it's the Instagram, the TikTok, the filters, it's the different shows that are being portrayed on TV as well, where students are getting their information from. And a lot of the times it's misinformation as well. I think the biggest thing is just to get the information out there. We can only do so much as teachers within our programs. So, sometimes, let's say within a physical education program, you have 3 units of health. Well, that's 3 weeks. That's not a lot of time. And the more that it gets out there, the more that they learn about it, the more impactful it is, and the more it stays with them. So, and also too, coming from somebody different, somebody that has shared experiences, that have lived experiences, that are somewhat experts in it as well. They then can reflect more on that than the average teacher or somebody that, they have in their life on a daily basis.